Dear viewers, you are welcome all, and here is a new edition, new episode, new version from Evans Eco, from Sudanese Eco platform. We have a custom to discuss many topics during the week, the events, the most important. And we have to start this episode with the visit of General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, the President of the Sovereignty Council, to Sultanate of Bahrain. This visit is one of the important visits which comes in the framework of the bilateral relation from part, and also it comes from the regional problems and which need a sort of coordination between Sudan and many Arab countries as far as with the African countries. General Burhan have met His Excellency, His Majesty Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Prince of the Kingdom of Al Bahrain, and they have a summit at a high level in which discussed the bilateral relation, the cooperation between the two countries, the coordination in many different problems now in the political arenas, and also to reinforce the situation of Sudan during this war for part, and to find a way to solve the problem of Sudan. Many questions can be raised from this visit and this summit with Sheikh Hamad bin Isa about the time in which this visit have paid. We know that lately there is a meeting at the level of the permanent representative of the Arab countries at the Arab League, and the situation of Sudan is always there because it was requested by the permanent delegate of Sudan to Arab League in order to find a support during the aggression, the attack of Emirati Ethiopian against the airport of Sudan and against many other areas in Sudan. Unfortunately, there is no support within the Arab countries among this meeting, and this need also to go ahead and to find out the means and ways of Sudan to consolidate and to reinforce his relation with many Arab countries. I think there is also a contact with many countries within the Arab arena to know where is the problem, why these countries did not support Sudan, why did not condemn Ethiopia and Emirati in this brutal aggression against Sudan. And also the Emirati also as a country, United Arab Emirates, it is a country which supply and support these militia. And there is maybe a relation between Bahrain, Sultanate Oman, and also Qatar and these Arab countries. They can find a way also to reinforce the states of Emirates to stop the influx and the supply of militia which threatened the security of Sudan. The second topic also, it is very important, which I have mentioned during my speech to the first topic, is the extraordinary meeting of the Arab League requested by the permanent delegate and representative of Sudan at the Arab League, the Ambassador Imad al-Din Adawi, and the aim of this important and extraordinary meeting is to condemn Ethiopia and Emirates for their aggression against the airport of Khartoum from the platform of Bahr Dar in Ethiopia. Unfortunately, the Arab countries have failed in the first day to agree upon one communique, and they delay and adjourned the meeting for the second day. And also in the second day, it was Monday, they will not succeed to have a statement condemn Ethiopia. The final communique and statement was devoid completely of any condemnation to Ethiopia, let alone to condemn the state of Emirates. And this was a question. And I think Sudan is in need of revising and assessing and evaluating its presence among the Arab League. As far as this is an African country, Ethiopia, and this is a league of Arab states, must support Sudan in this situation. If it did not support him against the state of Emirates, it can support in the question of the aggression of Ethiopia. This not happened. So I think the statement of the Arab League for the extraordinary meeting was pale and weak and did not respond to the question of Sudan, which requested also the holding of this meeting. I think the Arab League became disabled to support the situation of Sudan, and this is not the first time, but I think there is many times in many cases, because the war now it is going to its force here, and there is no support from the Arab League to Sudan. The third topics in this episode is visit of the French parliamentary delegation to Sudan at the invitation of the governor of regional of Darfur, Manni Arko Mannawi. This high delegation came to Sudan headed by Christopher Marion. He is a member of the French Assembly, which have very important influence upon the European Union. The visit was attended by a number of ministers, and they addressed the gathering. And the most important thing, I think, the delegation, the French delegation, have listened to a voice, confession, and statement from displaced refugees who came from Al-Fashir or from Darfur region, and they mentioned clearly the violation, the genocide, the ethnic cleansing, and all the crime of the human rights committed by the militia against the citizens of Darfur in general. To hear from the voice of those who are the victims of this war is not to hear from any part. So the head of the French parliamentary delegation said that he will transmit this message to European Union, to French Assembly, and to find out a way to support and to condemn the militia as a terrorist organization, and this will open many ways of Sudan to have his right during this. I think also the delegation have met the General Al-Burhan. This is the president of the Sovereignty Council, and they have been informed military about the situation, the military situation, and the victories which have been done by the Fourth Army and the joint forces and all those who are supported Sudan in this war. Then the influence of French to the African countries from a part, and also to European countries from another part, can give these parliament members a way to say that what we have seen in Sudan and listened from those who are loses everything, this is the confession which can be pushed on the political situation of Sudan. I think Sudan is in need of strengthening these links with European Union, African Union, Arab gathering, and also to depend on himself in order to find a way to solve the problem of Sudan during this unjust war. Dear viewers, this is the end of our episode from Evans Echo, from Sudanese Echo platform for this week. Thank you for all for following me, and we can see us in the coming week. Goodbye.